This is a special presentation of Tiger Sports on Alamo Sports and Talk 1230 and 101.9 FM.
You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk 1230 101. Welcome to Grady Fields in the Lady Tiger Fast Pitch Complex. State tournament time, round number 1, as the number 5 seeded Alamogordo Lady Tigers host the number 12 seeded Hobbs Lady Eagles. We are just about ready to get underway. National anthem and starting lineups have already been done, and we'll get into the starting lineups. We'll tell you about that here in just a second. And we'll obviously talk a little bit more about this Hobbs Lady Eagles team. These two teams actually played up in Albuquerque last year at the state tournament with Alamogordo getting the win. That was in a non-elimination game. That actually put Alamogordo in essentially the semifinals against Carlsbad when they played them last year. They had beaten Cleveland's round. All right, Lady Tigers, much the same as we've seen all season long. Maylee Herrera's out in center field. Mariah Granados behind the plate. Sydney Lessentine will get the start in the circle. Rain Daly is over at first base. The second baseman is Haley Evans at shortstop. Iceland Ortiz. Amani Kosum at third. Left field is Madison Ruiz. And right field is Alexis Rodriguez as we get this underway here. And we've got time called. And I think the music had accidentally turned back on the speakers, and umpire had to call time. Mariah Jimenez will lead things off for the Hobbs Lady Eagles. Hobbs is dressed in white with gold numerals and lettering. Alamogordo in their black pinstripes, and the first pitch from Lessentine is in there for a called strike, and we are underway. 0-1 the count to Jimenez. She's the starting right fielder for the Lady Eagles. Then it's Edith Chavez, the center fielder. Kaya Boyle is the second baseman, and she'll bat third. Here comes the 0-1 from Lessentine. And that one is going to miss high. Second straight pitch that's deflected off the glove of Granados here early. No issues there with nobody on, 1-1. Carissa Garcia is the cleanup hitter for Hobbs. As the 1-1 comes, and that's right in there for a called strike. It's on the outer half of the plate, and the count is 1-2. Marissa Young, the third baseman for the Lady Eagles, bats fifth. Batting sixth is Cameron Harrison, starting left fielder. Catcher, Anaya Rodriguez, is hitting in the seventh spot. Swing and a miss and a strikeout for Lessentine as she gets things underway in a strong fashion for the Lady Tigers. Batting eighth is the designated player, Angel Jimenez, and then Candace Harrison will bat the number 9 spot. She's the starting shortstop. And we'll see if we've got any stats for you guys from the Hobbs Lady Eagles, courtesy of Max Preps. We'll certainly get to the Lady Tigers as we go throughout the game. Fouled off, first contact of the game for a Hobbs bat as Chavez will send it out of play up the first base side, 0-1. Breezy day, not bad, but certainly could have an impact on high fly balls. Certainly if you're trying to hit the ball out to left field, that could have a bit of an impact today. In there for a strike, and the count's 0-2. A lot of first-round games in 5A going on today. A few going on tomorrow. And kind of a mixed bag in 4A. 3A and single A, double A don't have their brackets come out until tomorrow. Here's the 0-2. That one is going to be up and away. And the count's 1-2. Lessentine holding the ball at her right hip as she gets the signal. And here comes the 1-2. And that one's just going to miss inside. 2-2. Home plate umpire has an interesting, he kind of makes a noise. It sounds more like a strike on some of those ball calls there. It's been throwing me off a little bit. Chavez hitting .397 this season, 21 RBIs, 4 doubles, a home run, just missing outside. And after falling behind in the count 0-2, Chavez has pulled it back full now, 3-2. One out, bases empty, top of the first. 3-2. And that is a called strike 3 right at the knees, and Lessentine has punched out the first 2 she's faced. And it'll bring up Kaya Boyle. Boyle coming into the game hitting .458 on the season, 19 RBIs, 10 doubles, 3 home runs. Got a couple ladies on this group that could really hit home runs. The cleanup hitter, Carissa Garcia, has hit 9 home runs this season for the Lady Eagles and is hitting .537. Want to know the count here to Boyle. Here's the pitch. And just going to miss below the knees again. 2-0 the count. As for Sid, it's been a strong season, but it's been a season where she hasn't had to pitch every inning of every game, which the last couple of years that has been the reality for Lessentine. Actually talked to her earlier in the week. She's our athlete of the week, 2-0. And that's going to be in there for a strike. Comes across the plate from the outside to the inside, 2-1, but it's nice to not feel like her arm's falling off, and certainly can understand that. Now we'll miss low and inside, and it's 3-1 now to Boyle. Is keeping everything down. Lessentine has struck out 66 and 45 in the third innings pitch, but Iceland Ortiz has pitched 17 in the third innings this year. Alexis Rodriguez has pitched 4 1/3 innings, so it's been spread out a little bit more. Gets it over for a strike on the 3-1 as Boyle watches, and now another full count. 3-2, 2 outs, top of the first, and nobody on, and no score. Lessentine ready to go. And the 3-2. Swing and a miss, and she strikes out the side. 2 swinging, 1 looking, and a wonderful start for the Alamogordo Lady Tigers here in the top of the first inning of the first round of the state tournament. Hey, we want to thank, we've got some special sponsors that have jumped on for the state tournament this year. We want to mention them. Zuni Electric, Hometown Solar, all parts and labor are from right here in New Mexico, providing no pressure, free estimates. Call 575-437-6514. King's Treasure, all proceeds benefit Pregnancy Resources Plus, 1500 North White Sands. Seaburger Dermatology, accepting new patients and most insurances. 10th in Washington, 575-437-4533. Sparkland Splash Pool and Spa Service, the only BioGuard distributor in Otero County, 718 10th Street, Suite C, 575-430-8409. And Ochoa Stucco, custom stucco jobs. Call for an estimate at 575-442-6745. And we'll have some more to mention throughout the program. And, of course, all of our sponsors that have stuck with us all season long, the Winner's Circle, Otero Federal Credit Union, First National Bank, and Tularosa Communications. We appreciate them very much. And you'll hear from them coming up in the bottom half of the inning when we play our normal ads. So a 1-2-3 inning for the Lady Tigers in the top half, and Hobbs will come out, and defensively they look like this. Their pitcher is Kinsey Bennett. The catcher is Anaya Rodriguez. At first base, it'll be Carissa Garcia. Second baseman is Kaya Boyle. Marissa Young, the third baseman. The shortstop is Candace Harrison. In the outfield, left field is Cameron Harrison. Center field, Edith Chavez, and right fielder is Mariah Jimenez. It'll be Maylee Herrera to lead things off for the Alamogordo Lady Tigers as she steps in from the left-hand side. Lineup pretty much the same for the Alamogordo Lady Tigers, as they have Herrera, then Mariah Granados, Sydney Lessentine, Haley Evans in the number 4 spot, and then Alexis Rodriguez. Here comes the pitch as the righty to the lefty, Herrera, and it's in there for a called strike from Bennett. Alyssa Bautista will bat 5th for the Lady Tigers. Then it's Amani Kosum, Rain Daly, and Iceland Ortiz. 0-1 is going to miss high and away in a running bunt attempt from Herrera. If you may have heard pretty much the entire infield, I feel like, of Hobbs yell bunt as we await the 1-1. The pitch, and this one softly hit in the air right to the third baseman as Marissa Young makes the grab, and there's one down. Bring in Mariah Granados now. Mariah's had a very strong year at the plate, hitting .556 this season, 13 RBIs, a home run, and has scored 17 runs for the Lady Tigers this season. And actually, these batting stats are a little bit old, so that was earlier on in the year. That was just through 12 games. They haven't updated it here in a little bit, but she's probably been the most consistent hitter for the Lady Tigers this season as the first pitch misses 1-0. Bennett tapping her left foot behind her and then getting ready to pitch and trying to hit that inside corner, and she does get the call. Granado's turned away when that pitch was coming inside on her, and has been crowding the plate pretty good. Catch that inside corner did Bennett. Ready to go here on the 1-1. Here's the pitch. And looking for that outside corner. Doesn't quite get the call. And it's 2-1. Didn't miss by a whole lot. Lady Tigers trying to strike early. And a perfect top half. Here comes the 2-1. And a bunt will be fouled off to the Hobbs dugout. 2-2. Now the winner of this game would get the winner of Piedra Vista. And, I don't remember who Piedra Vista is playing. Or I should say, is it La Cueva or Piedras? I think it's La Cueva, actually. 2-2. Ground ball to short. Snagged cleanly. Toss on to first is in time. And there's one down as Candace Harrison makes the play. 6-3 on the putout. And so far, Hobbs matching the Lady Tigers through one inning. Remember last year, Alamogordo was the 3 seed. Monzano came in as the 14. It was a 2-1 game. So you figure this is a little bit tougher matchup with a 5 facing a 12. Some of these first-round matchups can be challenging, and knowing that it's a one-and-done situation. As Lessentine watches that one in above the belt, counts 1-0. Certainly turns up the pressure a little bit, I think, on the higher seed, the home seed for Hobbs. I'm sure they're feeling like, coming in as the underdog seeded-wise, and maybe the pressure off them a little bit. Outside, it misses 2-0. However, I imagine the pressure is on regardless because neither one of these teams wants it to be their last game of the season. Lessentine's going to pop this one up on the infield. First baseman's going to come over and grab it, and not what the Lady Tigers wanted in that first inning hitting-wise, as Carissa Garcia grabs that, and the inning is over. We're through one complete. No runs, no hits, no errors for either side, and of course that means no score, as the Lady Tigers and the Lady Eagles are scoreless through one. We'll take a break and come right back. Lady Tiger fast pitch here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Slow internet again? Signal constantly dropping? Don't take it out on your computer. Instead, call Tularosa Communications for internet stress relief. They have the speed and the reliability to make your internet dreams come true. If you want fast, they have faster. If you want service you can rely on, they are the most reliable. And customer service? It's all about you. Call Tularosa Communications to get connected. 585-2700.
No matter what business you're in, it's about people. It's about treating others the way you would like to be treated. The word service literally means helpful act of assistance. We know that our local merchants offer more helpful acts of assistance than any other place where you would care to shop. Together we grow. Loco Credit Union, Otero County's credit union, federally insured by NCUA.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Welcome back here to Grady Field's Lady Tiger Fast Pitch Complex. Scoreless after one inning of play, and both teams went down in order as Carissa Garcia, who was mentioned earlier, 9 home runs on the season. Big bat comes to the plate here as she leads things off. 4-5-6 for the Hobbs Lady Eagles. Sydney Lessentine in the circle and struck out the side in the first inning. This is fouled off and out of play by Garcia, and the count is 0-1. Do have some finals already from across state. La Cueva beat Rio Rancho 13-4, so the 3 seed advances. And then Piedra Vista is the 4 seed. They beat Sandia 15-0, so winner of this game will get Piedra Vista coming up on Thursday. This is popped up high in the air. Should stay in play. We'll see if anybody can get over there. Ruiz gets over there, makes the grab. Couldn't quite tell, but you could tell by the reaction of the crowd as Ruiz is able to get up the third base line in foul territory and make the grab in left field using her speed and a strong glove, and there's one down. Yeah, even from up here in the crow's nest, very difficult to see in the foul territory up the first and third base sides. But the crowd told you what happened there. That one foul tipped, and 0-1 to Marissa Young. Yeah, no other final scores so far in 5A today. Oh, Mayfield beat Albuquerque High 13-7. So that's a slight upset, the 9 beating the 8. But not a surprise. Mayfield was very strong this year in the district. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Lessentine looks exceptionally sharp here early. Excellent crowd on hand as well. They've brought some of the stands over from the JV field and some other places and put them all around, and lots of places to sit. And that one missed very high all the way to the screen. Nobody on the base pass, no problem there for the Lady Tigers, and the count's 1-2 now to Young. Lessentine ready to go. And here comes the pitch. Holds off on that. A pitch to the letters, 2-2. Young comes into the game. That's hitting, let's see, 415 on the season, 24 RBIs. Lessentine winds, and the 2-2. Couldn't quite spot it. That one down and away after missing high on the last two pitches. And once again, a Hobbs hitter has worked the count full here. Lessentine, but Sid's won the battles here so far. A couple of strikeouts when the count's gone full. 3-2. Swing and a miss, and she gets another one. 4 strikeouts for Lessentine through 5 hitters. And it'll bring up Cameron Harrison, the left fielder, for her first attempt at Lessentine. Other high school sports going on with our area teams. You've got Alamogordo tennis up in Albuquerque. The boys, I know, lost to El Dorado 5-4. The girls were playing Siebel earlier today. I haven't heard a final score of that one yet, but we'll pass it along if we get it during the broadcast. Swing and a miss from Harrison, and the count is 0-1. Alamogordo Track and Field looking to lock up some district titles over in Las Cruces today. And Tularosa, Mescalero, Apache, and Cloudcroft Track and Field are up in Albuquerque for the state meet. Here's the 0-1. Fouled off, and Lessentine quickly heading the count 0-2. She's gotten the Hobbs hitters into 2-strike counts a lot in this game. She has gone full a couple of times, but she's come up with the big pitch when she's needed to. And this is something we talked about in the first inning, that maybe her being a little bit more fresh heading into the postseason could be a huge advantage for the Lady Tigers. The 0-2. And a called strike 3. It's out of the catcher's mitt, but Granados will toss it on to Daly at first. And the inning is over. 5 strikeouts through 6 hitters for Sydney Lessentine. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on for the Hobbs Lady Eagles here in the top of the second. A thank you to our sponsors that are bringing you Lady Tiger Softball State Tournament. Thrive in Southern New Mexico helps to bring together businesses, organizations, nonprofits, and individuals to support a thriving community. 575-437-8400. You can visit their website at letstthrivenm.org. First National Bank, whether it's the purchase of a new car or a vacation or the growth of your business, you can tailor a loan to meet your needs. FNB4U.com. Alamogordo Flower Company and the Candy Store has flowers for Mother's Day that will suit any style, offering Mother's Day delivery to Alamogordo. 575-434-2600. AlamogordoFlowerCo.com. 9th in Texas, next to Print Plus. Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Lady Tiger Fast Pitch on Alamo Sports and Talk. Call financial advisor Megan Wade at 575-434-5850 for all your investment needs. And First American Bank, 1300 North White Sands Boulevard, 575-439-9800. Online at firstamericanbanknm.com. And getting ready to step up to the plate for the first time for the Alamogordo Lady Tigers will be Haley Evans. Alamogordo was down in order, a couple of pop-outs and a ground out, as they'll see Kinsey Bennett for the second inning. Bennett into her windup. Here's the pitch, and that'll miss outside. 1-0. Evans will look over to Coach Ronnie Reyes before she steps back into the box. And ready to go. Here comes the 1-0. Trying to hit the outside corner again, Bennett, but couldn't hit it. The catcher, Rodriguez, tried to frame that, bring it back across. The umpire did not agree with that one. Came across the strike zone. And so the count 2-0. And that one's going to miss high and in, and quickly 3-0. The Lady Tigers looking for their first base runner of the day. We'll see if Evans can make it happen now. She's got the hitter's count, 3-0. Leadoff hitter in the bottom of the second inning. The pitch. And it's a walk as that missed outside again. Definitely borderline pitches on, I would say, 2 or 3 of those. They were very close. But Evans gets on, and Alexis Rodriguez, who's really had a strong bat over the last month or so of the season, steps up to the plate, and we'll see if she can carry it over into the postseason. Been a number of Lady Tigers that have really been hitting strong in this part of the lineup, especially with Alexis and Alyssa. Here's the pitch. Shows bunt, brings it back. Evans stealing. Here comes the throw. She got her. Not a great jump there for Evans, and an excellent throw from Rodriguez. And Alamogordo loses their base runner right away as Evans is caught stealing. 1 down. And 1-0 at the plate as the pitch was a ball. Pitch from Bennett. And Rodriguez will pop this one up and out of play, 1-1. Now the team finding their footing offensively early. Alamogordo gets their first base runner, but within a pitch, she's gone on a really nice throw from Hobbs catcher Rodriguez. And here comes the 1-1. That's a down and away as well, and it's 2-1. Bautista in the on-deck circle. 4, 5, 6 here in the inning for the Lady Tigers. Still looking for the first hit of the day from either side. Bennett winds and deals the 2-1. And that'll miss, I believe, down and inside. Didn't miss by much. 3-1. Rodriguez steps back in, taps both sides of the plate, puts his bat on her shoulder. Bennett. This is down and away, and she surrendered 2 walks. Good play by the catcher. Was able to erase one of those. We'll see if Alyssa Bautista can get something going. I don't know if they'd have Alexis running here. Maybe try and give Alyssa an opportunity with a runner on. And the second lefty in the lineup to step up to the plate for the Lady Tigers after Meili Herrera against the right-handed pitching Bennett. She's into her motion. Here comes the pitch. And that's going to miss outside, and just missing her location by a little bit, but it is making a difference and could force her to maybe try to be a little bit too aggressive and get back into the strike zone here. That's a called strike. Counts 1-1. Bennett winds and deals. And she'll miss a little bit up, and it's 2-1. 1 out and a runner on first for the Lady Tigers. Bennett ready to go. And the pitch. And this one hit into the air to shallow left field. Will it drop? It will. It is a fair ball. Lady Tigers not going to be able to get a bunch out of it, but they do put a runner in the scoring position in the first hit of the day. Just a little opposite field poke there from Alyssa Bautista. And Alamogordo with their first real threat of the day And Amani Kosum is another one that has hit the bat well, or hit the ball well, I should say. She's hit the ball well with the bat this later half of the season. And so she steps into the box with a runner on second. Wonder if she might try to lay down a bunt here with her speed. We'll see. Now, it's going to kick away, so it's not going to matter. Lady Tiger's going to be able to move both runners up, as that one was low. And first time that Rodriguez has had to try to chase one, and Alamogordo takes advantage. It's now out second and third, and now you just put the bat in Amani's hands and see what she can do. A 1-0 count with runners on second and third. Alamogordo trying to get on the scoreboard here. No score in the bottom of the second. Bennett. We'll see that one missed down and in. And Kosum 2-0. That's been the story in this inning. Bennett, who was very solid in the first inning, just hasn't quite been hitting her spots well. It has been a pretty tight strike zone. Tua. This one right back up the middle. Should be enough to score a run. Kosum tries to leg it out at first. Did she beat it? Looks like she did. So Kosum beats it out on a slow roller right back up the middle. She'll pick up the RBI infield single. And she used that speed. And Rodriguez scores in the play, and Alamogordo has taken the lead 1-0. Bautista able to move up to third on the play. And time going to be called by the Hobbs infield to try and talk things over and settle it down. Rain Daly is going to come up with the runners in the corners. I can almost guarantee that Amani Kosum is going to try to steal a second, probably on the first pitch here, to move up. If anything, to force Hobbs into a decision. Are they going to try to make a throw out to second and give Alyssa a chance to try to score? And we've got time called by Coach Charlene Reyes. I don't know if I think we're going to see a pinch runner here for Alamogordo. They're going to bring Madison Ruiz. Now, she's the one that's getting flexed out for Alyssa Bautista, so she'll come in and essentially run in that spot. And I'm sure they'll re-enter Alyssa when it's her time to come around and bat later in the game. I think at Madison, when she got to hit in one of the more recent games, she hit the ball well. But that gives Alamogordo some more speed. Saw Madison really flex that speed on a play up the third base line in foul territory earlier in the game. Daly looking to bunt, brings it back, and Kosum is going to just kind of slowly jog over to second, and that's exactly what you expected there, is second and third. And waiting to see if they call a strike on that first pitch. If she left the bat out. Umpire's talking to her right now. Hopefully the umpire will give us a call here, whether that was ball or strike. Okay, it is a strike. I'm not sure if that was in the strike zone. I think Rain got called for leaving the bat out there. Here comes the 0-1. She checks swings. They check. And she did not go. That's something nice that we have a 3-umpire crew. So we've got one up the first base line, one up the third base line. Actually, the first base umpire's in between first and second base at the moment. But certainly having a 3-person crew gives you a little bit more coverage. And you can check things like that a bit more. The 1-1. Daly a little bit late at offering at it, and it's a strike. 1-2. Iceland Ortiz in the on-deck circle for the Lady Tigers. Big opportunity. Want to try to get yourself at least 2. And if she can come up with a base hit here with Amani's speed at second, should be enough. We've got time called. And I think Amani relacing her cleat on her left foot. I assume that's why time was called. And it looks like we're good to go. 1 out, a 1-2 count. Runners on second and third. Alamogordo already with a run home in the inning on an RBI infield single from Amani Kosum. She stands at second. Madison Ruiz at third. Here comes the 1-2. And that one will, that is a called strike. Okay. That one seemed like it was probably a little outside, maybe high, but Alamo does not get the call. So it'll be Iceland Ortiz coming to the plate, trying to capitalize on this opportunity for Alamogordo. 2 hits in the inning, 2 walks. Ortiz will watch that one miss down and in. Counts 1-0. 2 outs, bottom of the second. Alamogordo already with the run across. And the pitch. And again, down and in, misses. 2-0. Now, certainly we've seen this inning showing some good patience is important. 2-0. And that misses low as well, 3-0. That's why it was kind of surprising that punch-out pitch on Daly. Seemed like that had missed a little bit more than some of the others, but I imagine nobody's going to be swinging here at 3-0. Get it over pitch, and Ortiz taking the whole way, 3-1. But now an opportunity here with 3-1, 2 outs, runners on second and third, and Alamogordo trying to add on to a 1-0 lead in the home half of the second. And she hits it hard, but she hits it foul as she hooks it up the third base line. 3-2. Now she was definitely ready for it, but too far in front. And it's full count now. 3-2, 2 outs, runners on second and third. Big swinging point of this game in the bottom of the second. Can Hobbs get out of the trouble? Can Alamogordo capitalize? Here we go. Fouled off, and we'll do it again. Well done by Ortiz. That was the same pitch that that Bennett threw to Daly. Off speed and away. Strong work by the 8th grader protecting the plate. Here comes another payoff. And again, she'll foul it off, and we'll do it one more time. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up as the home plate umpire tossed the softball out to Bennett. And now looking for some extra ones from the Alamogordo dugout. We had no hits and no base runners until this inning, and Alamogordo has had 4 base runners. One of them lost trying to steal, but 2 of them still left on. Here we go, 3-2 again. This one hit in the air to right field. It's right at said right fielder as Mariah Jimenez makes the play, and the Lady Tigers leave a pair on. 2 hits, 2 runners left on, 1 run, and no Hobbs errors. And we go to the top of the third inning with Alamogordo leading 1-0. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 101.9.
If you and your family are looking for a new home, you don't have to look far for a home mortgage. As a community bank, we not only have great rates, we offer you friendly financial service right here in the neighborhood. There are a lot of options in real estate lending. We're here to see that you get a loan you can live with. Talk to us about your home mortgage. We're an equal housing lender. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Hometown pride. At the Winter Circle, we've got a lot of it. Your one-stop shop for high school sports apparel, letter jackets, polos, hats, and so much more. Get custom embroidery, special t-shirt prints, and flags. Need something for your business, team, or personal use? We've got you covered.
Hey, this is Alfred.
This is Angelo
From the Winter Circle. It's time to get out and support Alamogordo Tigers and all area teams. Stop by for a Tiger t-shirt and let's fill the stands.
Go Tigers! Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street.
Tuition-free college is just a click away at reachhighernm.com. I'm Higher Education Cabinet Secretary Stephanie Rodriguez, here to invite you to learn more about the New Mexico Opportunity and Lottery Scholarships and how you can pursue college or career training tuition-free starting this fall. Find out which scholarships you qualify for. Find a college near you. Apply and enroll. Get started on your future today at reachhighernm.com. This message is sponsored by the state of New Mexico.
Alma Sports and Talk, 12:30, 101.9, top of the third. Alamogordo 1, Hobbs nothing. Lady Tiger fast pitch as Sydney Lessentine missed on her first offering, but gets the second over for a strike. As the number 7 hitter, Anaya Rodriguez, at the plate. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Popped up on the infield. Should be playable for Ortiz, and she's got it. And there's one down. Pop out to the shortstop. And it'll bring up the designated player, Angel Jimenez, for her first stride. 7 up and 7 down for the Lady Eagles through 2 1/3. And Lessentine will look in. And the pitch. That's in there for a strike. 0-1. Seems like the crowd has filled in a little bit more as the game has been going on. We've got people standing up on the walkway, on the entryway in. We've got folks that are in the outfield stands, certainly on the infield stands, as the pitch is fouled off by Jimenez. 0-2. Again, winner of this one will get Piedra Vista. And let me see the day. I don't know if the time is already set. I think it's 11 a.m. Yeah, all the games actually are at 11 a.m. on check swing that misses high. She did not go around. 1-2 to Jimenez. So I'm going to play that one, and then winner of that game would play either Centennial or Mayfield. And that one just misses off the outside corner, but that's been consistent. He hasn't been calling that pitch for Bennett, and that one just off the outside of the plate. Here comes the 2-2. And that's a called strike 3 on the inside corner. And that is strikeout number 6 for Lessentine, and she's got them looking 3 times, and she's got them swinging 3 times. 2 down, and Candace Harrison comes to the plate for her first try. Number 9 hitter in the order in the top of the third inning with 2 down and the bases empty. Alamogordo will have the top of the order due up in the bottom of the third inning. Showing bunt, puts it down, it's a good one. Lessentine up with it, toss on to Evans, who covered it first, and the inning is over. Really strong defensive effort there from Alamogordo. 2 really nice plays from Alamogordo in this game. That bunt, which could have been trouble, and then Madison Ruiz making that play over in left field as well. Want to thank our sponsors that are bringing you Lady Tiger Softball State Tournament. King's Treasure, all proceeds benefit Pregnancy Resources Plus, 1500 North White Sands. Sparkland Splash Pool and Spa Service, the only BioGuard distributor in Otero County, 718-718 10th Street. Sweet Sea, 575-430-8409. Thrive in Southern New Mexico helps to bring together businesses, organizations, nonprofits, and individuals to support a thriving community. 575-437-8400. Let'sThriveNM.org. Alamogordo Flower Company and the Candy Store has flowers for Mother's Day that will suit any style, offering Mother's Day delivery to Alamogordo. 575-434-2600, alamogordoflowerco.com, 9th in Texas, next to Print Plus. And First American Bank, 1300 North White Sands Boulevard, 575-439-9800, online at firstamericanbanknm.com. So to bring up Maylee Herrera, she popped out to the third baseman on a bunt attempt back in the first inning. Second time through the order. That's always interesting to watch. The hitters learn a little something as they've watched Bennett throughout 9 batters. Herrera looking to bunt, called strike, and the count's 0-1. Herrera, Granados, Lessentine. As Bennett, who's been pretty sharp. Last inning, a little bit of control issues. See if she bounces back this inning, and that pitch will miss outside. Another bunt attempt by Herrera. 1-1. Herrera looks in. Bennett's ready to go. And this one again popped up on a swing attempt right to the catcher. And Herrera with a tough start. Actually, when I think back, it was a swinging pop-up in the first inning as well. So to bring up Mariah Granados, who grounded out to short her first time at the plate. And she'll step in. Bottom of the third, Alamogordo in front 1-0. It has been tight early. Granados will watch that. No, that's in there for a strike. Home plate umpire is very deliberate with his calls. He'll kind of stand up straight and then take a beat and then with the arm. And you can't really hear him when he makes strike calls, unfortunately. Looking for the outside corner, does not get that. 1-1 on Granados. Every umpire's a little bit different in the way they do things, baseball, softball. So no criticism, just so everybody knows. Just trying to pick up the cadence kind of thing. 1-1. Hit hard, but hit foul by Granados. Got into that, but a little bit too early. 1-2. We've seen that from a couple of hitters here early. Iceland Ortiz put a pretty good charge into one, but sent it foul. And Granados too early on that. And it'll be 2 strikes. Base is empty. Bottom of the third. Alamogordo with the 1-0 lead. Bennett goes into her motion. Here's the pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Again to short. A little bit of trouble. Not going to get there in time. And that'll be an E6. Alamogordo will take the base runners any way they can get them. As the shortstop, Harrison, had just a bit of trouble with that. And certainly I think Granados' speed played a slight role in that, knowing that she needed to come up with that and shoot it on to first very quickly. Probably what happened with Amani Kosum in the last inning maybe played a little bit of that. And first pitch is in there for a strike to Lessentine as she watches. 0-1. Sid popped out to the first baseman in her first at-bat. The 0-1. Outside. Count evens up. Like I said, Bennett's been solid. Got through the top 3 hitters in the first inning well, but then back-to-back walks and back-to-back singles gave Alamogordo the 1-0 lead. Here comes the 1-1. Lessentine pops it up, but I think this will get out of play. It will. And into the netting above the stands here behind home plate. Count will go 1-2. Bennett's been done a nice job of getting pop-ups from the Lady Tigers, certainly this top part of the order. It's been pretty consistent. Herrera popped up both times. Granados actually grounded. Both of them were pretty similar plays, but the Hobbs shortstop didn't make the play in the second time. This one hit the left field and through for a base hit, and a little bit of trouble there in the outfield. Granados should be able to advance to third on the play. She will. And Lessentine moves up to second. Double for Sydney Lessentine. And Alamogordo has second and third with Haley Evans coming to the plate. And Alamogordo trying to extend a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the third inning. And we'll see if Lessentine gets a courtesy runner. I assume she will. And it looks like it's going to be Miranda Schloop who's going to come in and run. All right, looks like we're good to go. So it'll be Schloop coming in to run. And it'll be Granados. I believe it's still Mariah at third. So they've left the catcher out there, but have got the pitcher into the dugout. Sid's done her job, and we'll see if her courtesy runner can come across. Evans to the plate, walked her first time up, and she'll watch that one miss outside. And you can tell Bennett getting a little flustered in some of these pitches, just not getting the call. And, I mean, they're missing, but it's not by a whole lot. And certainly there are some umpires that'll give you that part of the plate, or just kind of a couple inches outside there. And a ground ball left side. It's through for a base hit. 1 run will score. They will hold Schloop at third. And Alamogordo has doubled their lead to 2 on an RBI single from Haley Evans, as the Lady Tigers lead 2-0 in the bottom of the third inning. Granado scores, and Alexis Rodriguez, who walked and scored in the last inning, comes to the plate. Evans got good speed. I imagine Alamogordo will be trying to steal second, forcing the Lady Eagles to make a decision. Last time they didn't even throw to second. They'll give Alamogordo that runner in scoring position to not allow them to try to score on the double steal. Outside it misses. Yeah, Evans does not go. So she holds at first. 1-0 to Rodriguez. Maybe playing a little bit different strategy here. The 1-0 shows bunt, brings it back. They will throw to second. And they will go to third. Schlupp gets back in time. And Evans will move on to second base. And that'll bring the Hobbs coach, Dean Crossland, out of the dugout. And I think he wants to talk that over. Seemed like Miranda got back to the bag in time. It was a close play, though. So Evans up to second. And it looks like we're ready to go. 2-0. And that might have been a case of the Hobbs coach maybe giving his infield and his players a chance to kind of reset, and a 2-0 here to Rodriguez. More than anything else in terms of going out and talking to the umpire. 2-0. That misses above the belt, and it's 3-0. No, called strike. I'm sorry. Boy, that looked a little high. 2-1. Told you the cadence has been throwing me off a little bit. That's the home plate umpire. Here comes the 2-1 from Bennett. Can't spot that inside corner. And a little bit extra beat on the hold there from Rodriguez, the catcher. And 3-1. Big opportunity for Alexis. The pitch. Watches that in there for a called strike. Counts full. 3-2 on a pitch down and away. Not sure there was a whole lot that Alexis could have done with that. Maybe a ground ball to the right side would have scored a run, but I'm sure the Lady Tigers looking for a little bit more. And not bad to show patience here with the strike zone being pretty tight. Not a bad call. 3-2. Popped up, and it'll be on the infield, and the Lady Tigers won't get anything out of that. Harrison comes over, makes the grab, and there's 2 down. And it'll bring up Alyssa Bautista, who slashed a single out to left field in her first at-bat. And we've got time called. And there's going to be re-entering for Alyssa Bautista. She, of course, was subbed as a pinch runner for Madison Ruiz in the last inning. And Bautista, the lefty, steps in against the righty Bennett. Here comes the first pitch to her. She swings and misses the first offering. It's 0-1. Alamogordo in front, 2-0. Picked up an RBI single from Haley Evans earlier in the inning. Granados reached on an error. Lessentine doubled to set up that. Schloop is on third as the courtesy runner for Lessentine. And up the middle and right to the pitcher, and she will toss it on to first. And the inning is over. Once again, the Lady Tigers are going to leave 2 on. They do get a run. 1 Hobbs error. And it is 2-0. Alamogordo in front. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. You're listening to Lady Tiger Fast Pitch.
OFCU is offering a reduced home equity rate for your summer staycation, vacation, or renovation plans. Now through June, OFCU will pay your $300 admin fees. Get a fixed rate of 5.99% APR for first lien position and 6.99% APR for second lien position. Unlock the equity in your home and save. Buy online at oterofcu.org. Other restrictions do apply. All loans are subject to credit approval. Rates are based on credit worthiness. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Tularosa Communication is now offering the smart Wi-Fi with built-in network security and enhanced parental controls. Do you have kids at home that you want to protect from overexposure on the internet? Block content, set internet time limits, or app and website restrictions for each family member in the house. Get notified when you have a network intrusion and reroute bandwidth to devices that matter the most, all from an app on your phone. Take control of your internet with Tularosa Communications. Visit tularosa.net or call 585-2700 for more information.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. Welcome back. Alamogordo is leading 2-0. We're in the top of the fourth inning. And the first pitch is going to miss a little bit low, and the count's 1-0. And the leadoff hitter is Mariah Jimenez. 1, 2, 3 in the order here in the fourth. And a softly hit ground ball to Kosum. Toss on to first is in time. And there's one down. Bring up Edith Chavez. The infield hasn't had a lot of work in this game. Pop out to Ortiz at short. Ground out back to the pitcher on the bunt attempt. That's been it. Everything else has been strikeouts or outs or up in foul territory. Swing and a miss as Lessentine took a little bit off on the pitch to Chavez, 0-1. Chavez struck out her first time up. And worth wondering how Hobbs will do the second time through the order here against Sydney. Called strike. Hits the inside corner. And it's 0-2. Granados using her catcher's mitt to shield the sun as she looks over the Alamogordo dugout for the pitch call. And she sends it out to Lessentine. Here comes the 0-2. Swing and a miss, and another strikeout. That'll be 7 strikeouts now for Lessentine, 2 down. And it'll bring up Kaya Boyle, who struck out her first time up. Some really good hitters in this middle of the lineup for Hobbs with batting averages over 400, over 500 in some cases. And that one a bit high, maybe a bit inside as well. 1-0 to Boyle. Oh, that hitter. Boy, if it did, it barely hit her. Well, there goes the perfect game for Lessentine. She had retired the first 11. The first base runner for Hobbs. And that pitch will miss. 1-0 to Carissa Garcia. And as I mentioned, she's hit 9 home runs this season. This is somebody that could tie up the game with one swing of her bat. Need to be careful in this spot. Open the door just a little bit here for Hobbs. This one's fouled off and out of play. 1-1. She did foul it off up the third base line, and Ruiz made a nice play in her first at bat. The 1-1. And she fouls it off again, and Lessentine works it to a 2-strike count. 2 outs, runner on first. Alamogordo leads 2-0 in the top of the fourth inning. Lessentine has been dominant. Retired the first 11 until a very slight hit by pitch there to the 3-hitter Boyle. And here comes 1-2. Comes in, and a turn away on it. 2-2. Garcia looks over and steps back into the box. The 2-2 pitch. Fouled off again, and we'll do it again. 2-2. And the Lady Tigers, if they're able to hold on today, would play at Cleveland High School in Rio Rancho on Thursday at 11 a.m. And a softly hit liner up the third base side goes foul again. And it's 2-2. So far, Garcia hasn't been able to quite line it up against Lessentine. She's made contact, but certainly the ones that she's fouled off of the first base side, she's made some good contact, but otherwise just hasn't been able to get it in between the lines. And Lessentine get another punch out. 2-2. And she pops her up. On the infield, it'll be Kosum. She's got it, and the inning is over. So still a rather routine inning for the Lady Tigers, and Lessentine continues her dominance of the Hobbs lineup as we go to the home half of the fourth with Alamogordo in front, 2-0. Again, a thank you to our sponsors, Zuni Electric, Hometown Solar. All parts and labor are from right here in New Mexico, providing no pressure, free estimates. Call 575-437-6514. Seaburger Dermatology, accepting new patients and most insurances. 10th in Washington, 575-437-4533. Ochoa Stucco, custom stucco jobs. Call for an estimate, 575-442-6745. First National Bank, whether it's the purchase of a new car, a vacation, or the growth of your business, they can tailor a loan to meet your needs. FNB4U.com. Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Lady Tiger Fast Pitch on Alamo Sports and Talk. Call financial advisor Megan Wade at 575-434-5850 for all your investment needs. So we go to the bottom of the fourth, and Alamogordo will come back up to bat, and we'll see if this bottom of the order can get something going. Monty Kosum already with an RBI single. She'll come to the plate. Umpires had to kind of break up the meeting in the Hobbs circle before the beginning of every inning. 7, 8, 9 in the order for the Lady Tigers. Kosum, Daly, and Ortiz. As Bennett goes into her motion, here's the pitch. Bunt by Kosum up the third base line. Fielded and tossed on to first, and a solid play by the Hobbs third baseman, Marissa Young, who was up the line quickly. Wasn't a bad bunt attempt there from Kosum, but Young didn't hesitate. Grabbed it, tossed it on to first, one down. And they'll bring up Rain Daly. Daly struck out in her first at-bat, only strikeout of the day for Bennett. Gets into her motion and will get it on the outside half for a called strike. Daly looked like she wanted to swing at it, but held off, and fortunately the call did not go her way. Wind blowing in from straightaway center field. It's not terrible, and I mean, it's a beautiful night, to be honest. Couldn't ask for a whole lot more weather-wise this time of the year. And this one hit out to right center field. This may drop. No, nice charge there from the right fielder as Mariah Jimenez came on and made the grab. Thought maybe that Daly was going to be able to poke that out there for a base hit, but a soft liner snagged in right field, and there's two down. It'll bring up Iceland Ortiz, who popped out her last time up. Lady Tigers have threatened the last two innings. Right now, Hobbs looking at a routine 1-2-3 inning. See if Ortiz can spoil that. So watch the first pitch miss high, 1-0. And kind of interesting, Alamogordo was aggressive in the at-bats. Kosum bunted on the first. Daly swung on the second. If you look in some previous innings, Alamogordo was a bit more patient. And missing low is Bennett, 2-0. And that's the reason why. It feels like, she's not missing by much. Those pitches are, again, borderline, but not getting the calls. Here comes the 2-0. And that's high, 3-0. Two outs and the base is empty. Lady Tigers love a base runner and try to get back to the top of the order. Maybe Herrera's in the on-deck circle. Ortiz taking, and the pitch is over. 3-1. Lady Tigers with 4 hits in this game, a double and 3 singles. RBIs from Haley Evans and Amani Kosen. That's in the dirt low, and a 2-out walk for Iceland Ortiz puts a base runner on for Alamogordo. And let's see if Herrera can make something happen. She's had a bit of a tough go at the plate, a couple of soft pop-outs in her 2 tries. And with Ortiz's speed, I'd love to see a bunt here in this spot, because Maley obviously has great speed. She's been very good at hitting things to the opposite field at times this season as well. Does not show bunt and gets a called strike on the first pitch, and it's 0-1. Third time through the order here for the Lady Tigers against Bennett. Bottom of the 4th inning. Trying to put something together with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Shows bunt, and she does make contact, but she fouls it off. And she falls behind the count now 0-2. Herrera back in. Bennett rearranging behind the rubber in the circle. She'll step out. And now step back in. Throws the rubber, spins the ball in her right hand, puts it in her glove, and goes into her motion. And a ground ball up the middle, but should be a routine play, and it is, as Harrison snags it from short. And the inning is over. 6-3 on the putout. Alamogordo does get a walk to get a base runner on, so they'll leave 1 on. No hits, no runs, no errors. And we go to the top of the 5th inning with Alamogordo still in front, 2-0. You're listening to Lady Tiger Fast Pitch on Alamo Sports and Talk. 1230, 1019.
This is a great town. Shop in it. When you shop locally, everyone benefits. You get friendly hometown service, and you help our local economy at the same time. Local merchants pay taxes from the revenue generated by local shopping. These taxes are used to help our community grow. Loco Credit Union, Otero County's credit union. Federally insured by NCUA.
Sometimes you just need a loan. Your daughter Debbie is getting married. Your son Toby needs a new tuba. Let's face it, families cost money. Things come up that you had no way of predicting. We make personal loans for occasions like this to people who have good credit. So next time you find yourself connected to the unexpected, stop in and see us about a personal loan, subject to credit approval. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. We're in the top of the 5th inning. And Alamogordo back out pitching, and Sydney Lessentine, who has been a buzzsaw in this game, gets a called strike on Marissa Young. And she struck out in her first at-bat. She's just faced 1 over the minimum, and that only 1 was a hit by pitch. Lessentine into her motion, and that one will miss high and deflect off the glove of Granados. 1-1. So it'll be Young, Harrison, and Rodriguez. 5, 6, and 7 in the order for Hobbs as they try to get something started here. Trying to run out of innings. 1-1. Bunt attempt popped up, and an easy play for Sydney Lessentine as she charges and grabs that. I said both pitchers have been very good in this game. Bennett's been solid with the exception of a couple innings where location got it a little bit. Now Alamogordo was able to put together some hits, but by no means has Alamogordo been bouncing the ball all over the park against them. So Harrison comes up, and she'll foul the first offering up the first base line, 0-1. Harrison, a strikeout victim her first time up. Lessentine with 7 strikeouts in this game. The 0-1. Called strike and a good pitch from Lessentine. little bit off and some good movement coming across the plate from the outside to the inside. The 0-2. Liner to the right side. Good play by Evans. Toss on to first. And they say that Daly came off the bag. I thought she did for a second, but boy, I thought she got back on there. And I think they want to check with the home plate umpire, because I felt like by the time it got there, she put her foot back on the bag before the runner came across. They're not going to change it, though. And so the no-hitter gone, infield single for Harrison. So it's one down, and just like the last inning, the door opens just a little bit for Hobbs. And that throw was a bit off the mark, as Daly had to make the stretch to get out there and get it in time. And pitch and miss outside for Lessentine to Anaya Rodriguez, who popped out to short her first time up. The pitch. Swing and a miss as Rodriguez really trying to ramp up and go after that, but comes up empty. Count evens up at 1-1. Evans made a good play on it. Got over their backhand, set her feet, threw on to first, but it was bang-bang play, and an umpire was right there on it, so got to give them benefit out. Another swing and a miss to Rodriguez, 1-2. Lessentine looking for strikeout number 8. And strikes her out. She tried to go up the ladder and get it. Strikeout number 8 for Lessentine, 2 down. Angel Jimenez to the plate now. DP with her first time up. Her second time up, I'm sorry. She struck out looking her first time at the plate. 2 down and a runner on first. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. And Jimenez looked like she was frustrated with herself to chase after that. Probably was a bit above the belt, but Lessentine has really buckled down after that infield single. Here comes the 0-1. Outside, it'll miss. And I'm kind of surprised Hobbs hasn't tried to be aggressive here. Try to put a runner in scoring position. Go for a steal. I mean, obviously, Coach Crossland knows his players well, so we know Granados is a good catcher that not many teams try to run on her. 1-1. That's on the inner half of the plate for a called strike, and it's 1-2. Lessentine a strike away from getting out of the inning. See if she can notch strikeout number 9 here. Lessentine looks in. The pitch. Not this time. Fouled off and out of play. 1-2. Again, winner of this game will get Piedra Vista. 11 a.m. on Thursday next week. PV beat Sandia 15-0 earlier today. This one been much closer. Here's the 1-2. Couldn't quite get the call on that inside corner. That one did look like it was a little more off the plate than the last pitch. They got a called strike there. And so the count will even up at 2-2. Runner on first, 2 down. And the pitch. That one comes in and hits her on the right knee. And Lessentine surrenders her second hit by pitch. And that puts his runner in scoring position for the first time today for Hobbs. And Candace Harrison will come to the plate. Grounded out to the pitcher her first time up. But she has a prime opportunity here to try to tighten the screws a little bit on the Lady Tigers. Almo hasn't been able to cash in on runners in scoring position in this game. They've left, I believe, 4. They have converted enough to give themselves the lead, but haven't come up with some key hits when they needed to. Can Hobbs come up with one here? First pitch will just miss. Looks like off outside, 1-0 off the plate. Top of the order with Mariah Jimenez due up next. The first real test Alamogordo has had in the top half of the inning. Liner, base hit, and a little bit of trouble in right. Rodriguez comes up with it. The run will score. They'll toss on to third, and that'll get away from Kosum, and now it's second and third, and Hobbs has made it 2-1. Like I said, hard hit there from Harrison on the RBI single. And they now have second and third with the top of the order coming to the plate. Jimenez, who's struck out and grounded out, comes to the plate. That's in there for a called strike on the first offering, 0-1. That was the first really hard hit ball of the day by a Hobbs player there by Harrison, and she shot that out to right field. Swing and a miss as Lessentine really went up with the velocity, and Jimenez couldn't catch up on a pitch that was up and away. And Lessentine trying to keep it a one-run lead for the Lady Tigers. 0-2. Swing and a miss and struck her out. Now, certainly not the inning the Lady Tigers were hoping for, but they hold on to the lead. Lessentine strikes out a pair in the inning. Got 9 for the game. And we're going to go to the bottom of the fifth. Alamogordo will have the heart of the order up, 2, 3, and 4. And can they regain a little bit better foothold on the lead in the bottom of the fifth? I want to thank our sponsors that are bringing you Lady Tiger Fast Pitch in the state tournament. Alamogordo Flower Company and the Candy Store has flowers for Mother's Day that will suit any style, offering Mother's Day delivery to Alamogordo, 575-434-2600, AlamogordoFlowerCo.com, 9th in Texas, next to Print Plus. Thrive in Southern New Mexico helps to bring together businesses, organizations, nonprofits, and individuals to support a thriving community. 575-437-8400, letsthrivenm.org. Seaburger Dermatology, accepting new patients in most insurances, 10th in Washington, 575-437-4533. Zuni Electric, Hometown Solar, all parts and labor are from right here in New Mexico. Providing no pressure free estimates, call 575-437-6514. Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Lady Tiger Fast Pitch on Alamo Sports and Talk. Call financial advisor Megan Wade at 575-434-5850 for all your investment needs. Bottom of the fifth inning, it's Alamogordo 2, Hobbs 1. And Granados will watch the first pitch miss outside. She reached on an error and scored in the third, grounded out to short in her other at-bat, 0 for 2 on the day. Now, this is the part of the order you'd want coming up after giving up the first run of the game. In there for a called strike on the inner half of the plate, 1-1. Granados, Lessentine, Evans. Sid's got a double. Haley's a walk and a single and an RBI. See if Mariah can make something happen to get the inning started. 1-1. Watches it miss outside. 2-1. Well, very similar to last year when Alamogordo was a 3 and Manzano was a 14. It was a close game. But whatever way you can get it done. And hard hit, base hit. Gets it started for Granados as she shoots it out to left field. And Alamogordo's got a base runner on right away. And it'll bring up their most dangerous hitter in Sydney Lessentine. And I'm sure she's, you could tell after the run scored, there was some frustration in some of those pitches that she threw to strike out the leadoff hitter Jimenez to end the inning. Definitely turned up the wick a little bit on the velocity, and I'm sure she wants to make something happen here at the plate, trying to help out her own cause. And she will swing at the first one and foul it off and out of play, 0-1. Runner on first and nobody out. Lady Tigers trying to get back a 2-run lead at minimum, but leading 2-1 in the bottom of the fifth. Sid will watch that one miss above the belt. Count evens up. And Lessentine looks over to Coach Ronnie Reyes, who Sends out the hand signals. And Bennett into her motion. Here's the pitch. And fouled off. Lessentine sort of reached out of the zone to get to that. Now she extended her body just to get a piece of it, but the ball's behind the count 1-2. Really haven't seen the Lady Tigers be aggressive and try to send Granados. And I think the big thing, you've got a hitter here that could send it out of the park in one swing. And she hits it pretty hard to left field. I think it's going to stay in, and it's going to be shallow left field. And it is caught. Snagged out and left for the first out. And it'll bring up Haley Evans, who singled and brought in a run in her last at-bat. That plate was set by Lessentine, who hit a double. Evans steps in. Here's the pitch. Bunt, and that one will go foul at the first base line. 0-1 to Evans. Evans will step back in. Granados at first with a leadoff single. Lessentine popped out to left field. And Evans will watch that one miss low. Count evens up at 1-1. Yeah, look through the schedule of these two teams. Hobbs played some teams that Alamogordo had some tight games against. They played really tough. They did lose to Mayfield and Oregon Mountain, but those were both close games. Lost to Volcano Vista, Farmington. Those are two teams Alamogordo beat. This is hit in the air to center field. It's going to be right there for the center fielder to grab, and Granados will have to head back to first. So a couple of pop-outs here for the heart of the order for the Lady Tigers, and Alexis Rodriguez, who's walked and scored and popped out, will come to the plate. I really seen neither team shoot anything out to the gaps in this game. It's been, base hits. Couple up the line, but no real power shown at the plate from anybody. Check swing. Runner goes. Granados is going to be there. She's safe, so a stolen base from Mariah Granados as she moves into scoring position. And I believe it was a called ball plate 1-0. So 1-0 to Rodriguez, and she's got a runner in scoring position now. Try to make something happen with two outs like Hobbs did in the last inning. 1-0. Outside. Rodriguez a little bit of a flinch of the bat, but she holds off swinging. And she gets herself into a nice hitter's count, 2-0. Third time through the order here for the Lady Tigers. Rodriguez, her third at bat, looking for her first hit. The 2-0. Called strike as it catches the inside corner. And I couldn't tell if Coach Ronnie Reyes was, I think he was upset about the strike call. I'm just going to gather, but bent over and put his hands on his knees and was frustrated. 2-1. Outside it misses, and the count 3-1 now to the Lady Tiger right fielder. Mariah's got good speed at second. She'll be going on any contact here, so if they can shoot something out to the gap, out to the wall, maybe have a chance to get that run back they gave up in the top half of the inning. Bennett trying to stop that from happening. Here comes the 3-1. Low and away it misses, and it'll be a two-out walk. So it'll be first and second now for the Lady Tigers. And Alyssa Bautista, who's got a single, will come to the plate. And she has also been one of those bats that's been very strong this season, especially as we ran through district. She came up with some big hits. And Coach Ronnie Reyes trying to shoot some words of encouragement to his designated player to have her come up with a hit here. She knows the situation. Here comes the pitch. She'll watch it miss high and away. 1-0. 1 for 2 for Alyssa. Single in the second. Ground out to the pitcher in the third inning. Granados at second. Rodriguez at first. Lady Tigers leading 2-1 in the bottom of the 5th inning. The pitch. Fouled off and out of play. Count evens up at 1-1. Home plate umpire asking the Alamogordo dugout for an extra softball, and he will get that. Counts even at 1. Runners on first and second. 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. Lady Tigers trying to avoid leaving another runner in scoring position. They've already left 4 in scoring position in this game. Ground ball up the middle, and this will be an easy play for Bennett. Toss on to first, and the inning is over. So the Lady Tigers, again, they're going to kick themselves a little bit depending on how the rest of this game goes. They've had their opportunities. We'll see if Lessentine can regain her command of this game in the top of the 6th after Hobbs was able to score in the top of the 5th. 2-1 as we go to the top of the 6th inning. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Hometown pride. At the Winter Circle, we've got a lot of it. Your one-stop shop for high school sports apparel, letter jackets, polos, hats, and so much more. Get custom embroidery, special t-shirt prints, and plaques. Need something for your business, team, or personal use? We've got you covered.
Hey, this is Alfred.
This is Angelo from the Winter Circle.
It's time to get out and support Alamogordo Tigers and all area teams. Stop by for a Tiger t-shirt and let's fill the stands.
Go Tigers! Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street.
OFCU is offering a reduced home equity rate for your summer staycation, vacation, or renovation plans. Now through June, OFCU will pay your $300 admin fees. Get a fixed rate of 5.99% APR for first lien position and 6.99% APR for second lien position. Unlock the equity in your home and save. Buy online at oterofcu.org. Other restrictions to apply. All loans are subject to credit approval. Rates are based on credit worthiness. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019, as Sydney Lessentine's first pitch to Edith Chavez will miss 1-0. We are in the top of the 6th inning, and the Alamogordo Lady Tigers holding on to a 2-1 lead. Here's the pitch. And it's outside again, 2-0. Boyle, Garcia also due up in the inning for Hobbs. And the 2-0. Check swing foul up the first base line. That's fair. That's what the umpire called that a fair ball. And stepping on the bag is Daly. And there's one down. Just kind of an excuse me swing, but it stayed fair. And Daly stepped on the bag and one down. That's as easy as you like for the Lady Tigers. You'll take that one down. The runner, Chavez, she wouldn't have gotten up the line anyway, but she didn't even run. She thought it was a foul ball. And Lessentine's first pitch will miss to Kaya Boyle. Now here's the opportunity for Hobbs. I know the Bob in the order made something happen in the last. That pitch misses high. 2-0, just one out in the inning. Here comes the pitch to Boyle. Ground ball and a foul ball at the third base line. That was kind of looked like that was going to be trouble for a second, but it skipped outside the bag up the third base side. And count goes 2-1. But Boyle and Garcia are certainly the most dangerous hitters for Hobbs. Can they come up with something in this top of the 6th inning? Down and in, and it skips back to the backstop, 3-1. We've definitely seen the control get away from Sid a little bit as the game has progressed. She was absolutely lights out through the first 4 innings. And in the 5th, a little bit of trouble here or there. And giving up more hitters count, 3-1. Ground ball, and Ortiz makes a nice snag. Toss on the first. In time! What a play. That was kind of a snow cone grab on the ground from Ortiz, and she had to make up some ground. She was shading over towards the third baseline a little bit more, and it was, I think if she's in her normal spot, she probably gets that a bit more routine, but she had to make a difficult play, and she comes through. And those are the kind of plays when state comes around that really matter. It may seem simple enough, but those are the ones where you get a base runner on, and who knows what happens. First pitch will miss to Carissa Garcia, 1-0. She has popped out twice, once to the third baseman and once in the foul territory to the left fielder. But an extremely dangerous hitter who almost has double-digit home runs this season. She'll foul it off back to the screen, 1-1. I don't know if that is because of maybe a particular game here or there where she really dominated, or she's been very good against a lot of different teams this season. I don't care who. It doesn't matter. Anybody with 9 home runs in the season is a dangerous hitter. The 1-1. That'll miss down. Double-digit strikeouts. Here comes the pitch from Lessentine. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. It was a little bit of a delayed call, but the inning is over, and Lessentine notches strikeout number 10. And through that 2-3-4 in the top of the 6th, the Lady Tigers hold on to a 2-1 lead as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. I want to thank our sponsors. Ochoa Stucco, custom stucco jobs. Call for an estimate, 575-442-6745. First American Bank at 1300 North White Sands Boulevard, 575-439-9800. Online at firstamericanbanknm.com. Sparkland Splash Pool and Spa Service, the only BioGuard distributor in Otero County, 718 10th Street, Suite C, 575-430-8409. First National Bank, whether it's the purchase of a new car, a vacation, or the growth of your business, they can tailor a loan to meet your needs. FNB4U.com. And King's Treasure, all proceeds benefit Pregnancy Resources Plus at 1500 North White Sands. So the Lady Tigers to the plate to try to give themselves some insurance as we work our way to the bottom of the 6th inning. Amani Kosum will lead it off for the Lady Tigers. 1 for 2, a single, an RBI for the Lady Tiger third baseman. And would love to get her on the base pass to begin the inning with her speed. Can certainly be a disrupting force. Because if she gets on with a single, she's probably going to be headed towards second and maybe even third. Kosum, Daly, and Ortiz due up. And here comes the pitch from Bennett, who misses it down and in. 1-0. I said Bennett's been more than solid in this game, and she's kept her team in it. And she's had to deal with more pressure situations in this game. Alamogordo's had second and third in a couple of innings, first and second. Almost left, I think, 5 in scoring position on the base pass, and has come up with some big pitches when she's needed to. Misses low to Kosum, 2-0. And I think she wanted a new softball there. Maybe couldn't quite grip it the way that she wanted to. And they'll toss that one back to the Alamogordo dugout. 2-0 count. Here comes the pitch from Bennett. Gets that over for a strike. Kosum watches, 2-1. Bottom of the order, just one hit, but they've gotten a couple base runners on. Ortiz drew a walk. And Daly's got a dangerous bat. She certainly can make something happen. She was big in state last year. And here is a one-hopper to short. Good play by Harrison as she snags that. Tosses on to first for 1 down. Well hit ball there from Kosum. But a strong play by Harrison right at her. She's been active in this game. Almost hit it to short a lot. And for the most part, she's been good. Rain Daly will come to the plate. Struck out in her first at-bat. Popped out to right field on a play. It looked like she might be able to sneak it in for a base hit when she went opposite field the last time. But it was a good play out in right field by the Hobbs player. And a called strike on the first offering to her, 0-1. One out, bottom of the sixth. Alamogordo leads 2-1. Looking for some insurance headed to the top of the seventh. Hobbs will have 5, 6, and 7 in the order due up in the top of the seventh inning. The 0-1. And she sends that up the first base line, but right to the first baseman, Garcia. 3 unassisted as she snags that and steps on the bag. 2 down. And so Iceland Ortiz, who got on with a walk in the bottom of the fourth inning, and tried to make something happen with 2 outs, but Alma was unable to get anything going. Called strike on the first offering, 0-1. Coach Ronnie Reyes not happy with that. Felt like it was high. And outside corner that misses. As Rodriguez again trying to frame that, bring it back over the plate. Ortiz steps back in. Count even at 1-1 with the bases empty. 2 outs, bottom of the sixth. Lady Tigers clinging on to a 2-1 lead. That's in the dirt, and that's going to hit the base runner, or hit the hitter, the batter. And so I believe that's the first hit by pitch surrendered by the pitcher, Bennett. And we'll see if Maylee Herrera can get something going here with 2 outs and her 4th at-bat of the day. 2 pop outs and a ground out. Pretty well hit ball the last time up, but see if she can push something out to left field. Watch the first pitch in there for a called strike. 0-1 to Herrera. Bennett winds and deals. And this is hit to left center field. Will it drop? Yes, it will. It's off the glove. And Ortiz is going to push her way to third. And Alamogordo will have second and third with Mariah Granados coming to the plate. This could be a big, big turning point for the Lady Tigers if Mariah Granados can come out and get a base hit for the Lady Tigers. But well done there from Maylee Herrera. It had been a tough go of it at the plate for her in this game. Fine effort in center field by Edith Chavez, but it just deflected off of her glove. And Herrera with the double. And it's second and third for Alamogordo. And we'll see Coach Crossland come out and talk to his infield and his pitcher, knowing that this is a key opportunity for both teams. What a big difference a 2-run or a 3-run lead would be for Alamogordo going to the top of the 7th. It just sort of relieves the pressure a little bit if you're Alamogordo. But some great 2-out hitting there from Herrera. And Mariah, who singled and stole a base her last time up, reached on an error in the 3rd and scored. And this is the part of the order you want coming up if you're the Lady Tigers. The senior coming to the plate. Knowing her last few games as a Lady Tiger, she certainly doesn't want this one to be her last. Get another opportunity to head up the state in Albuquerque. And she steps into the box. Bennett, who has been fantastic in getting out of these spots in this game, going to try to do it one more time. That's a one-hopper, and well done by the catcher as Rodriguez keeps that in front of her and the runners stay where they're at. 1-0 to Mariah. Sydney Lessentine awaits in the on-deck circle. Here's the wind and the pitch from Bennett. This is down and away. 2-0. Now, 2 very dangerous hitters and can't really pitch around anybody to go through this part of the lineup. Evans has got an RBI single. Lessentine's got a double. A tough spot here with a couple runners on for the Hobbs pitcher. Here it comes from Bennett. And this is hit to short, and Harrison's got it. Toss to first, and Hobbs is able to get out of the inning So the Lady Tigers are going to have to live a little dangerously going to the top of the 7th with just a 1-run lead to try to finish this one off. 2 left on again for Alamogordo, and we'll take a break. Lady Tigers trying to finish it off in the top of the 7th as they lead 2-1. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Tularosa Communication is now offering the smart Wi-Fi with built-in network security and enhanced parental controls. Do you have kids at home that you want to protect from overexposure on the internet? Block content, set internet time limits, or app and website restrictions for each family member in the house. Get notified when you have a network intrusion and reroute bandwidth to devices that matter the most, all from an app on your phone. Take control of your internet with Tularosa Communications. Visit tularosa.net or call 585-2700 for more information.
No matter what business you're in, it's about people. It's about treating others the way you would like to be treated. The word service literally means helpful act of assistance. We know that our local merchants offer more helpful acts of assistance than any other place where you would care to shop. Together we grow. Loco Credit Union, Otero County's credit union, federally insured by NCUA.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Alamogordo leads 2-1. Sydney Lessentine, who has been very good this entire game, has struck out 10, has only surrendered 3 hits overall. 2 hits, I'm sorry. Going to try to finish this one off. And for the Eagles, it'll be 5, 6, and 7. Marissa Young, a strikeout and a pop-out in her 2 times at the plate. Trying to bunt her last time up and bunted it right to Sid. And that first pitch will miss. Seen probably the 5th or 6th pitch that's bounced out of the glove of Granados, but thankfully it's all been in positions where nobody's been on the base paths. 1-0. And again misses. A bit of an auspicious start to the inning here as Lessentine falls behind on the count 2-0. Harrison, who's got a single and a run scored. Rodriguez is 0 for 2. That's a called strike. 2-1. That one was pretty much in the same spot the last 2 were, and give Sid the call. That's low, and it's 3-1. So Hobbs trying to get the tying run on the base pass right away. 3-1, and she misses. So it's a walk and a base runner to lead off the inning, and we'll see Coach Ronnie Reyes come out and talk to Sydney Lessentine after the leadoff walk. Alamo hasn't been able to extend this lead all game. It scored a run in the 2nd, run in the 3rd. Both those innings they had runners on 2nd and 3rd that they left on. In the 4th, I believe they left. They left just one on. That wasn't in scoring position, but in the 5th they left a runner in scoring position, and in the last inning they left 2 runners on in scoring position. So it's going to be one of those that if Hobbs finds a way here, I think the Lady Tigers are going to be kicking themselves a little bit, but they've still got the lead. First pitch is right in there for a called strike to Cameron Harrison. She's got a single in this game, infield single. Certainly the Hobbs lineup has started to gain a little bit of confidence as they've gone through the order a couple of times. Really good atmosphere. Both sides are definitely making their themselves known. Here's a bunt, and Lessentine will just toss on to first and get the easy out. She had a little bit of trouble on the transfer and decided to take the for sure out. But it puts a runner in scoring position for Hobbs. Time going to be called. And Coach Crossland wants to talk to his hitter, Rodriguez, who struck out her last time up. And the lefty will come up. Hobbs, same boat of not wanting their season to come to a close here. And she swings and misses. 0-1. Saw that in the last at-bat. She was really taking some heavy swings, and Lessentine was ramping it by her. She could make it happen again. The 0-1. Called strike on the outside corner. Sid gets ahead 0-2 now. A little bit of extra time before she steps back into the box, and she's ready to go now, is Rodriguez. Ooh, did not get the call on a pitch that really didn't seem like it missed by much, 1-2. Maybe was just a bit outside, but it was right there. The 1-2. That one definitely misses outside, and that one will get away from Granados and allows the runner to advance to third. That is a big, big play there, because now a deep fly ball might be able to bring that runner in from third, or a wild pitch might be able to do the same thing. Hobbs just needs that one run to try to tie this one up. Swing and a miss, and struck her out. Lessentine with a huge strikeout, so now she can focus on the hitter at the plate. And it'll be Angel Jimenez, the designated player, will come to the plate 0-2. She struck out in the third, actually 0-1, and she was hit by a pitch her last time up. A base hit keeps the season alive for Hobbs. Alamogordo trying to close this one out. Here's the pitch. Down and in, it misses. 1-0. Sid into double-digit strikeouts with that last punch-out. She's got 10. The 1-0 misses inside, 2-0. Alamogordo fans not happy with that. Felt like that hit the inside corner. Tension's ratcheting up in all areas of the field right now. Here's the 2-0 from Sid. That's in there for a called strike right at the knees over the plate. 2-1. And it kind of sounded like that got the Hobbs fans a little upset that was a called strike. That looked like that was right there, though. I don't feel like the umpire's done a poor job at all behind home plate. He's been solid. 2-1. And that's a chopper that is a foul ball. Initially, there wasn't a call right away, but 2-2. And the Lady Eagles down to their last strike. Alamogordo fans trying to fire up the Lady Tigers to finish this right here. Tying run is at third with 2 down, top of the 7th. Lessentine looks in. Here's the pitch. Fouled off and to the screen, and it'll stay 2-2. Just getting a piece of that was Jimenez. She'll step back in. Lessentine trying to close out a fantastic effort. And one more out here. Swing and a miss! Foul tip into the glove, and this one's over. Lessentine finishes it off with her 13th strikeout, and Alamogordo gets the win. 2-1 on the scoreboard, and the Lady Tigers advance to play the Piedra Vista Panthers next Thursday in Cleveland. It'll be an 11 a.m. start time, and we will be there for that. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back and close this one out, recap everything for you guys. Again, your final score is Alamogordo 2, Hobbs 1, as the number 5 seed advances in the Class 5A state tournament.
When someone thinks they have a better idea, like a new way to make it or a new place to take it, they start their own business. Every small business has not so small ambitions. We can help you with about every financial service you'll need, like e-statements to save your filing space, mobile banking from your smartphone, lines of credit for expansion, and online account access. To us, there's nothing small about small business. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Hometown pride. At the Winter Circle, we've got a lot of it. Your one-stop shop for high school sports apparel, letter jackets, polos, hats, and so much more. Get custom embroidery, special t-shirt prints, and flags. Need something for your business, team, or personal use? We've got you covered.
Hey, this is Alfred.
This is Angelo from the Winter Circle.
It's time to get out and support Alamogordo Tigers and all area teams. Stop by for a Tiger t-shirt and let's fill the stands.
Go Tigers! Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street.
OFCU is offering a reduced home equity rate for your summer staycation, vacation, or renovation plans. Now through June, OFCU will pay your $300 admin fees. Get a fixed rate of 5.99% APR for first lien position and 6.99% APR for second lien position. Unlock the equity in your home and save. Apply online at oterofcu.org. Other restrictions to apply. All loans are subject to credit approval. Rates are based on credit worthiness. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Tularosa Communication is now offering the smart Wi-Fi with built-in network security and enhanced parental controls. Do you have kids at home that you want to protect from overexposure on the internet? Block content, set internet time limits, or app and website restrictions for each family member in the house. Get notified when you have a network intrusion and reroute bandwidth to devices that matter the most. All from an app on your phone. Take control of your internet with Tularosa Communications. Visit tularosa.net or call 585-2700 for more information.
This is a great town. Shop in it. When you shop locally, everyone benefits. You get friendly hometown service, and you help our local economy at the same time. Local merchants pay taxes from the revenue generated by local shopping. These taxes are used to help our community grow. Loco Credit Union, Otero County's credit union. Federally insured by NCUA.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. It's a Lady Tiger win, 2-1 over Hobbs as the number 5 seed defeats the number 12 seed. Sydney Lessentine, complete game, 11 strikeouts, only surrendered 2 hits, 1 run, a walk, and a hit by pitch. Those were all the base runners in the day. She was perfect through 3 2/3 innings before she gave up that hit by pitch. She had a no-hitter through, 4 1/3. But that 5th inning, Hobbs was able to get on the board and certainly made things a lot more interesting in that last inning after the walk. A bunt moved the runner to second. A wild pitch moved the runner to third. And she was able to get back-to-back strikeouts to close out the game with 11 total. Lady Tigers on the hitting side of things, Maylee Herrera went 1 for 4 with a double. Mariah Granados was 1 for 4 with a single and a run scored. Sydney Lessentine 1 for 3 with a double. Haley Evans was 1 for 2 with an RBI and a single. Alexis Rodriguez went 0 for 1 with 2 walks. Alyssa Bautista was 1 for 3 with a single. Amani Kosum 1 for 3 with a single and an RBI. Rain Daly was 0 for 3. And Iceland Ortiz was 0 for 1. She walked and was hit by a pitch in the game. The runs were scored by Alexis Rodriguez and Mariah Granados. So again, the Alamogordo Lady Tigers will face off against the Piedra Vista Panthers Thursday next week. We'll be there from Cleveland High School at 11 a.m. As Alamogordo, that's the double elimination part of the tournament. So they'll play that game. Even if they lose, they would play a second game at 3 o'clock. We're scheduled for 3 o'clock that day. And then we'd see if Alamogordo was playing again the next day. They would at least have to get 1 win on that Thursday in order to advance. We'll have results for you on track and field for Thule, Cloudcroft, Mescalero, Apache up at State on our Facebook page. We will also have results for district for Alamogordo and Alamogordo tennis. Still waiting for some results on that. Haven't heard anything back in regards. I know the boys lost 5-4 in their first matchup. Let me check one more time on the NMAA and see if they've got results on Let's see here. On their brackets, which they didn't have earlier, but maybe they do now. You never know. Let's see here. Alamogordo did win 6-3, so they're probably playing Santa Fe right now. So hopefully we'll have some full results to give to you guys up on the Facebook page and let you guys know what happened. But Alamo Girls did win, and they're playing Santa Fe, I would assume at the moment, in the quarterfinals up there. Alamogordo boys lost 5-4 to El Dorado. Okay, that'll do it for our broadcast. Once again, we want to thank Zuni Electric, King's Treasure, Seaburger Dermatology, Sparkland Splash Pool and Spa Service, Ochoa Stucco, Thrive in Southern New Mexico, First National Bank, Alamogordo Flour Company, Edward Jones, and First American Bank. Also, our sponsors all year long, First National Bank, Local Credit Union, Otero Federal Credit Union, First National Bank, Otero Federal Credit Union, Local Credit Union, Tularosa Communications, and the Winter Circle. We thank them so much, and you'll be hearing more from them next week as we get to more state tournament action. Again, your final score, the Alamogordo Lady Tigers pick up the win as they defeat the Hobbs Eagles, the 5 seed over the 12. 2-1 the final score in a squeaker. And Alamogordo will play Piedra Vista, the 4 seed, coming up next week on Alamo Sports. We're going to send you to Arizona Diamondbacks baseball. They have just gotten underway in their evening matchup. So we will send you right off to there, as long as I can figure out what I'm doing here to get on the air for the D-backs. And we'll get you started with tonight's broadcast. So long here from the Lady Tiger Fast Pitch Complex with Alamogordo the win 2-1 over Hobbs.
Because of his previous injuries that he's had, who knows? But it's good to see him get on base with some of the other guys coming up now.
Yeah, I think the way he's swinging the bat, you just want to make sure that bat is in the lineup day in and day out. Here's Corbin Carroll now, and the ball gets away from Ruiz. It skips to the third base side, right by the Diamondbacks on deck circle, and Marte is into second on the wild pitch.
Slider down in the dirt. Ruiz tried to block it, but the ball scooped